Have you ever heard that eggs are considered one of the most complete foods in the world? Yes, it's true. They are indeed an excellent source of protein. But what if I told you that there is one food with 10 times more protein than eggs, and almost nobody talks about it? Sounds impossible, right? Get ready, because science has been revealing some surprising discoveries about nutrition. And today you'll discover this powerful food that can transform your health, your muscles, and even your daily energy. And the best part? This video comes with bonus tips and insights that will help you make the most of your diet, and everything I share here will leave you even more curious about this amazing superfood. And listen carefully, this video is not just a curiosity, it might actually change the way you look at your diet from now on. So go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to Health and Vigor, and share this video with someone who needs more strength and vitality after 50 or 60. But before I reveal this secret food, I want to hear from you. When you think of protein, what's the first food that comes to your mind? Write it down in the comments. Maybe chicken, fish, eggs, or even whey protein. I'd love to see your answers. Now, let's uncover this mystery that has even left doctors shocked. The food with 10 times more protein than eggs. Part 1. What does it really mean to have 10x more protein than an egg? Before I reveal which food this is, we need to understand something very important. What does it actually mean to have more protein than an egg? An egg, as most people know, has about 6 grams of protein each. It's a high-quality protein, meaning the body absorbs it very efficiently. Now, imagine a food that, in the same measure, could deliver 10 times more than that. We're talking about something close to 60 grams of protein in the same proportion. It sounds like science fiction, but it's real. And here's the thing. When we think of protein, we usually picture meat, eggs, milk, or maybe even protein powders. But nutrition is constantly evolving, and new studies show that there are alternative sources, some not so well known, that provide much greater protein power than traditional foods. The most interesting part is that many of these options are not just about quantity, but also about quality. Some of them offer essential amino acids in very high concentrations, which are crucial for keeping muscles strong, preventing sarcopenia, the muscle loss that is so common after 60, and even helping restore energy and vitality for everyday life. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever heard of a food with more protein than an egg? If yes, write down in the comments what you think it is. You might guess it before I reveal it. And if you've never heard of this, stay with me, because the next part will open your mind to a whole new world of nutrition. Part 2. Revealing the surprising food. You already understand how impressive this is, a food with 10 times more protein than an egg. Now it's time to end the mystery. The food that has left researchers and specialists amazed is spirulina. Yes, this blue-green microalgae is considered one of the most nutritious foods on the planet. Just 100 grams of spirulina contain around 60 grams of pure protein, making it one of the most concentrated natural sources ever discovered. That's why, in many parts of the world, spirulina is called a true superfood. But it's not just the quantity that impresses. The quality of spirulina's protein is extremely high. It contains all the essential amino acids, the ones our body cannot produce on its own, and it also comes packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that strengthen immunity, boost energy, and even help protect the heart. Another fascinating detail. Spirulina has been studied by NASA and the European Space Agency as a potential food source for astronauts on space missions. That's because, in addition to being extremely nutritious, it can be grown in very little space and multiplies quickly. So we're not talking about a passing trend, but about a food with real scientific and historical importance. And now that you know what this mysterious food is, the big question is, how can you actually use spirulina in your daily life to enjoy all these benefits? That's exactly what I'll show you in the next part. In the meantime, tell me in the comments, Did you already know about spirulina, or is this the first time you're hearing about it? And if you'd like to support the channel and help it grow, click the super thanks button and leave a contribution. It truly makes a big difference so we can keep bringing you quality content. Part 3. The Curious Bridge. Why do so few people use this superfood? Now that you know that spirulina is the food with 10 times more protein than an egg, you might be wondering, if it's so powerful, why don't we hear about it more often? And that's an excellent question. The truth is, the most nutritious foods are often not the most popular. This happens for many reasons: lack of publicity, higher cost in some regions, and even a certain resistance to trying something different, since it's not part of most people's traditional diet. After all, when you think of protein, you don't usually picture a microscopic algae, right? Another curious detail is that, even though spirulina is considered a superfood by science, many still see it as some sort of alternative supplement, something only people who shop at health food stores really know about. But the truth is, this tiny organism has the potential to completely change the way we think about nutrition, especially for older adults who need strength, energy, and protection against muscle loss. And here's the most interesting part: using spirulina doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to be a professional athlete or live in the gym to enjoy its benefits. There are simple, quick, and even tasty ways to add this superfood to your daily routine. No mystery at all. Want to discover how? Stay with me because in the next part I'll show you exactly how to use spirulina in everyday life, in a practical and smart way, to boost your health and vitality. In the meantime, tell me in the comments, have you ever tried a food that seemed strange at first, but later turned out to be incredibly good for your health? Share your story. It might inspire others too. And of course, if you'd like to support the Health and Vigor channel, click the super thanks button and leave your contribution. Your support helps us keep bringing you valuable content that truly makes a difference in your life. Part 4. How to use spirulina in your daily life. Now that you know spirulina is a true superfood, it's time to answer the big question: how can you actually use this natural treasure in your daily life? The good news is that spirulina can be added in several simple and practical ways. The most common form is powder or capsules, sold in health food stores or even pharmacies. In powder form, you can add 1 teaspoon to juices, smoothies, shakes, or even a glass of water with lemon. The flavor can be a bit strong for those who have never tried it, but when mixed with fruits, it becomes much more pleasant. Another practical way is to sprinkle a little spirulina on salads, soups, or even mix it into homemade recipes, like bread or muffins. The great advantage is that even in small amounts, it delivers an impressive nutritional density. No need to overdo it. If you prefer more convenience, spirulina capsules are a great option, especially for those who don't like the taste. That way, you still get all the benefits without changing the flavor of your meals. But here's an important tip: always start with small amounts. Just 1 teaspoon a day is enough to begin and to feel the effects in your body, like more energy, better stamina, and even improved muscle recovery. Now I want to hear from you. Which way would you prefer to try spirulina, as powder, capsules, or mixed into recipes? Write it down in the comments. I'd love to know. And don't forget, if this video is helping you discover new ways to take care of your health, click the super thanks button and support the Health and Vigor channel. Your contribution is what allows us to keep bringing valuable tips for your well-being. Part 5. Bonus recipe: Spirulina Energy Smoothie. As promised, here's a super simple and delicious recipe to enjoy all the benefits of spirulina in a practical way. Ingredients: 1 ripe banana, 1 teaspoon of spirulina powder, 200 milliliters of coconut water or plant-based milk, 1 tablespoon of oats, 1 teaspoon of honey, optional, ice cubes to taste. Instructions: 1. Place all ingredients in a blender. 2. blend until smooth and creamy. 3. Taste and adjust sweetness with honey if desired. 4. Serve immediately and enjoy. This smoothie is perfect for breakfast or as a post-workout snack. It provides proteins, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, helping with energy, muscle strength, and overall vitality throughout the day. So, did you enjoy discovering this amazing superfood? Remember, spirulina can transform your daily routine, boosting your energy, strengthening your muscles, and providing essential nutrients your body needs. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it now. Click subscribe, turn on the notifications, and like this video so you don't miss any tips on health and nutrition. Comment below if you've ever tried spirulina or if you plan to try this bonus recipe. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And of course, if you can support the channel, click the super thanks button and help Health and Vigor continue bringing content that truly makes a difference in your health and well-being. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.